Hello, it's the Seahawks fan with another Go Battle League video. We got meta of the Master League, we got Complete Zygarde and Origin Dialga, but we also have a third dragon, and that is Giratina, Origin Giratina, and we are going to be hunting some Necrozmas because they are everywhere in Master League. And we have a Shundaholo to deal with. Oh no, it's not Shunda, it's close, it's close. 17 CP away. A Brave Bird, and it's enough for the KO. They're going to have another Brave Bird, and that's fine. Oh, actually, no, I let it go. Nice. And we find Dialga, which they're not going to go for Draco, and that was not enough damage to take me out with Iron Head. Gonna put trust in my own Dialga, the Origin one, and my opponent's Dialga is a Shunda. Respect, that is pretty awesome. Lucky Duck. Oh no, I have to shield up. This is bad. What do they have in the back? They have a Kyogre. Gonna full send War of Time, and I go kaboom! Absolute hammer to nuke them. Would have been tight had they shielded that up trying to get to the next one. Surf damage would have been annoying. Now, I do have Best Buddy equipped on my Zygarde. My opponent has a better Zygarde, but I am Best Buddy. Now, this mirror match is based on, well, who has Outrage. I've never ran Outrage, and maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to run Outrage, but I do love landing the EQs on Duskmane, Necrozmas. And we find a Landorus, which is annoying. We CMP tie and lose to the way more attack-weighted Landorus Therian. But that's fine. We can grab a shield. Tricky. We're going to get them to use some energy when they may have honestly been able to farm me down. And we're just going to let them land the first move because, Sandsear Storm is not too heavy-hitting move. They actually make a nice catch. But the thing is, under charge, I get some important energy. And we make a brilliant catch of that Sandsear Storm. Debuff is gone. Gonna go for the Ominous Wind. And Ominous Wind is gonna be enough. And we have a very lucky Duskmane Necrozma in the back. Unlucky for them, but lucky for me. And kaboom! Almost one-shotting, and that is a clean sweep. Cleanup crew for Giratina. Let's go. Absolute things you love to see. And as it's a pure ghost type set, I'm going to spin Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw. Giratina has a pretty okay matchup into some fairy types. And thankfully we have the shield advantage. They do have a fairy in the back. And Zacian, which is annoying to deal with. They're going to be unleashing 2 Sandsear Storms. And I'm just going to pivot into Giratina. Now, Dawn Wings. We are going to go kaboom with the Ominous Wind. Dawn Wings does not want to see Giratina, as it is double weak to Ghost and double weak to Dark. Now, we do take a fair amount of damage from their Shadow Claw, but yeah, with the shield advantage, we'd be able to pressure shields. If they did use the last shield, they would have, they would have been in a bad situation, being in range of getting taken out from the next Ominous Wind. We do survive enough the Dark Pulse from Duskmane. Duskmane is not the heaviest hitter with Dark Pulse. We're going to bring back Zygarde to absorb this energy, and we are going to put our trust in our Dialga, which is, fairly reliable. Being able to nuke without a debuff. Power of this special move is very, very important, and we do crunch, maybe defense drop. No, it is a 33% chance of getting that defense drop. We just want to get as much damage. We actually grab a shield, which is massive. Now, the thing is here, Now, Shadow Claw will add up, but we are very, very tanky. And they have given me the position of they are low enough to get Dragon Breath down. And I have a War of Time. And I'm going to go kaboom! Goodbye, Kyogre. Now, unfortunately for them, that was not a level 50, and that may have made the difference. Not sure if it's 100 or not. It's far enough away where I have no idea what the IV spread is. I'm assuming at least a 90%. I think that's a fair guess. Find I assume a level 50 shiny Ho-Oh. Maybe not level 50. Ooh, they do get this Sacred Fire attack drop. That is massive for them. We do force them out and maybe debuff a single stage. But Earthquake will still do a lot. No, they do have a better Origin Dialga, but they can't get to 2 moves. So War of Time, full send, makes sense. I'm down to shield, but we find a Dawn Wings, Necrozma, and Giratina. It actually is able to do pretty nice into these last 2 Pokemon that we have to go up against. Moongeist Beam does take me out. That is all the energy gone. They did have 1 Shadow Claw over the Moongeist. Thankfully, that was only a Dark Pulse. Wait, there was actually only an Iron Head. Wow, that's a bit of spice. Tough in the mirror match up against with that for Duskmane, but I guess you lose that. But if you do have energy advantage, you can grab both shields. Now we have a Ho-Oh. Pretty awesome Ho-Oh. Level 50, but not hundo, thankfully. We're just going to get these crunches out. We're not going to commit any shields to our very, very, very tanky Zygarde, Brave Bird, and they're going to let us get a Dragon Tail down, which is actually really handy. We had 2 chip to reach an Earthquake. They're a couple hundred CP away from perfect at level 50. I mean, even, well, 200 CP lower. They do full send that War of Time, but they are met with Giratina from to counter their Dawn Wings. No, they are actually going to take me down, grab my last shield. But unfortunately for them, the energy I have is amazing. And I'm going to go for back-to-back Iron Heads. Energy efficient. Guaranteed to grab a shield. And I'm going to get to the next one. Is this going to be enough for the KO? It is. It's close, but KO's KO. Let's see. We have a regular Dialga. Okay. This is nice. Regular Dialga, we are in a commanding position up against. Unfortunately, we do shield an Iron Head. Mind games. Do they shield? Please? Dang nabbit. Okay. Before the next Iron Head crunch for the KO or the shield, which I'll take the shield. They do get some more energy. Maybe I'm better to just get energy on Giratina. But here we are. I'm not going to reach the second War of Time before they reach 2 moves, so let's pivot into Giratina. I'm going to shield up the Brave Bird and dip because that's too good of an opportunity to not go. They make the mistake of letting me get that next move off. And we have Mirror Match. They have a Shundo, so slightly different, but still perfect. And I win the coin flip. Let's go. Shadow Ball does not take me out. They get some extra energy. But Dialga, Giratina loses to Dialga. One of the long time meta matchups that, I mean, definitely Giratina has always been a nuisance to, well, Dialga has always been a nuisance to Giratina. Now they have a nice swap in Shadow Tyranitar. They're going to be able to double shield and with alignment. Keep alignment. That's a problem. But the thing is, the power of Giratina, going to swap into it instantly. They do have the return of Togekiss. They're getting some good damage. They do get 2-shot by Shadow Ball. I felt maybe there was hope with getting a Ominous Wind boost. Shadow Ball is going to get them down very low. Now, do they have the energy for back-to-back serves? They may have. I may have not, but I'm able to get the Shadow Ball off straight away onto Togekiss. I think I could have gotten another Shadow Claw in, but I did not want to risk losing the energy because that was a big lose condition. Aura Sphere, they don't want fairy moves on Togekiss. They don't want fairy charge attacks. So that was a worst possible lead. Flipped around, even losing alignment once again. But Giratina, the power, I mean, it's so reliable as a ghost attacker. Has been used many times by me. All the use, definitely valuable. And it's got a decent matchup into this very annoying cat. But our Zygarde, the Power Ranger, the Wall, the Mechazorg. Oh, we get the defense drop. That's massive. They do bring in Origin Dialga. Probably should have just brought in my Origin Dialga. But I do land the EQ. Some nice damage. I actually should be able to avoid 2 charge attacks. Maybe they can throw 2 Iron Heads. They were just shy. That's fantastic. That's what we want. Energy advantage. We're going to go straight for a War of Time. And it actually takes the shield still. I mean, a red health Landorus shielding up a War of Time. Beautiful. But we have an absolute amazing counter towards their Kyogre. Now, I try to make a catch. I mean, I should have just stuck with. Silly me just almost throwing this battle. Surf. They have back-to-back surfs. They're going to go down. Let's go. Had I no shielded and it was Blizzard, that was their win condition from that point, but should have just kept Giratina in, but here we are. Next battle, another Ho-Oh. Love to see the Ho-Ohs. It's a perfect one. That's very nice of them. I'm going to be throwing the first move, but that's fine. I get the defense drop. Let's go. Next Dragon Tail is going to register for 2 debuffs. I don't think they got the attack debuff, thankfully. But even if they did, that's still a huge hit. But it does take a shield. We are up against Shunda, Origin Dialga. Super lucky duck. It's an Iron Head, so I'm just going to go for Iron Head. I doubt they count well enough, but they do. Actually, maybe they were counting. But I do take them out. We do have the return of Ho-Oh. Oh, this is Purified. I may have been able to get another couple Dragon Breaths in, but here we are. I mean, we have our Giratina, we have a Zekrom to deal with. I mean, they let the heavier hitting Shadow Ball to go through. They're in Ominous Wind range, but we're actually just going to no shield. Because Zygarde is healthy enough for that last bit of cleanup. Next opponent, we got Duskmane Necrozma. Okay. They're lucky this is not up against our Giratina, but here we are. Now, to shield or not to shield the first move. Sometimes I shield, sometimes I don't. They Sunsteel Strike. They're going to be 2 Shadow Claws off a next move, but they get kaboomed. We find a considerably worse Zygarde. Maybe, I don't think this is 50. We get the defense drop. That's massive. That is, how's Zygarde putting in the work? And they did not have the alignment they needed. They had a half health. Some energy on this Zygarde, but a whole Origin Dialga. and they had their Kyogre up against two things that were fantastic into it. They make a nice catch. Actually, Xerneas comes in. We're going to bring in Giratina. Moonblast does not land. Let's go. We're going to be a little silly goose and throw the bait of... Oh, actually, no, we grab a shield with Ominous Wind. It's been a little while since I've had this matchup, but I do double shield. Do they know it's another Ominous Wind? I go for an undercharge. They swap into Dialga. This is a bit of a predicament, but there's still play. Oh, we grab the last shield. Gonna bring in Zygarde to try to get some of the energy. Worth time, let's go. I do want to solve the time. There may be a need to swap at some point. May not be enough time left of the battle for the matter, but here we are. Iron Head gets him low enough. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Sacred Fire. But they cannot incinerate it down, and we reach a Shadow Ball. Let's go. And we get the Shadow Claw down on Xerneas. Take that. Clean up from Giratina, the demon. It's going to be crazy when eventually we get Shadow Giratina, Shadow Dialga, Shadow Palkia. 3 different Palkias and Dialgas. That's just going to be crazy. That will be fun. But here we are. We got the mighty Zygarde. We call the crunch. Let's go. Now, Shadow Zygarde, that would be insane. I mean, I think regular would be better. Just the bulk is already so crucial. But losing a bit of bulk for some extra damage, I think that may be preferred in a few matchups. Just extra fast move pressure. But you will take damage faster. Wolf time goes shielded. We reach the next one. They reach another move. I mean, it's a resistant move. I'll just save Giratina. Able to grab a shield. They do bring in Kyogre. And time to go Shadow Ball. Kaboom! No shields left in the game. Little tricky. Go and just take the KO. And bring in Zygarde, because Zygarde is Zygarde and Zygarde. Zygarde does Zygarde things. Yeah. Dragon tailing down Duskmane Necrozmas. Something that is everywhere. Going up against something that is everywhere. We have an Origin Dialga safe swap. Get some, leave with some energy, which is nice. They do Iron Head, well played. We're going to Iron Head when we have Warp Time energy. Do they call a bait? They don't call the bait. They shield the bait. Beautiful. I know shield the Warp Time. That's a bit annoying, but we do have some extra energy. There's no potential Dialga to come in with land a Earthquake on. But we do have a Kyogre. Kyogre and Landorus. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. That's no Blizzard. We're going to go for Crunch. Should I have left with this energy probably. Here we are with bringing Giratina in. We find a Landorus. Should I have charged up to Shadow Ball? I definitely should have, but here we are. No Ominous Wind boost. Sandsea Storm lands. We're just going to continue to dig in and go for Ominous Winds. We go for another. We lose. Charge attack priority to the cat. We Dragon Tail them down. Can we Dragon Tail down the Landorus? We have a shield. That next Dragon Tail is going to go through because we shielded up the move. Insanity. The last hope was Mudshot doing just enough before that last Dragon Tail registered. But I don't blame them throwing the move. If some funny business happened, very possible. We probably have a Origin Palkia with some energy to go up against without Dialga. Because Dialga is Dialga and destroys Palkia. The Aqua Tail twice. Thankfully, we only shield up one. We have the return of Ho, and we have a War of Time charge up. And we are going to grab the last shield because they are not going to let a War of Time go through. We've been able to get a couple more, maybe at least one more Dragon Breath in, but we do grab a KO. They let that energy go to waste. Big problem for them. Because, I mean, they needed 6 turns to... They needed to survive for 6 turns to not get take the Dragon Tails. But here we are. Giratina against all the odds. It's going to hang on just long enough. And it's going to dish out a second Shadow Ball for that Zygarde KO. IVs didn't matter in that battle for my opponent's Zygarde. If it was mine, I think they would have won. But woohoo! Take that. We got a perfect best buddy. Ho-Oh, okay. You go up against? Okay. We're going to let them make the first move. It's going to be Spray Bird and Dip. We're going to dip into Palkia. Probably should have just swapped into Dialga, but here we are. Grabbing Shield. That's pretty nice, at least. I mean, so many people are running outrage. I should just start to full send the Crunch just for the bait. I know Shield the spatial one, but I do grab a Ironhead KO. Dragon Breath did bring me low, so they can only get 1 Incinerate in. 2 would be so bad. Next Incinerate, so they have 4. Would they actually take me out? No, I survived 1 HP in a dream. Ivy's mattered. Woohoo! Crunch is going to grab the last shield. We have Giratina. 2 shield, 2-0. We do have a loaded Giratina, but we do have a loaded Ho-Oh to watch out for, but Duskman kaboom! I think they need Outrage to take me out, but Dog Pole's not enough. And we are just going to reach the next Shadow Ball for once again a kaboom to close out. Double KO, just destroying the Duskmane. And of course, earlier, absolutely demolished, obliterated, incinerated the Dawn Wings because Dawn Wings is super weak to Ghost. Things you love to see. We got Crunch onto the Landorus. Shiny one. Very fancy pants. Sansio Storm is going to debuff. And we are going to not take the KO. We're just going to pivot into Giratina. We do find a Dialga, but the energy advantage is handy in this matchup. And odds are there's a real good chance of Palkia, which we have own Dialga to deal with. The Palkia, which is things you love to see. We are going to commit a shield. I doubt they shield up this move. Yeah, they were not. They survived. Healthy enough Zygarde to get some energy off them. And we have a Kyogre, which they knew. They saw the writing on the wall. Let's go. Even better than a Palkia. Even better, Kyogre, things you love to see. For a Dialga. And we have a Ho-Oh. Almost a perfect one, but not. I imagine a 96. We do get the defense drop. That is very lucky for us. They're going to Brave Bird, and we're going to actually shield up. Now, they're double debuffed. I think actually 3 stage from 1 from Crunch and 2 from Brave Bird. They're going to go for another Brave Bird. This one does land. We actually swap into Dialgas at the same time. I predicted a Dialga. I'm just going to settle for Ironhead. And I'm going to call a Ironhead from them. Or if it's a War of Time, okay. Draco Media. Interesting. They don't have Legacy move. Unlucky for them. potential for Draco. Once again, they are so debuffed. Dragon Breath damage doing barely anything, but all this energy. We have a Ho to deal with, which gotta be a little careful. Palkia, but they make a nice catch of Shadow Ball, which is still good as shield. Could have gotten a bit more energy, and it's going to be very close. We have a Dragon Tail Palkia. I make a real important catch. Dragon Tails, I mean, they definitely got some valuable energy having Dragon Tail instead of Dragon Breath, but I think they may have won with Dragon Breath instead. I think they definitely would have won because they would have gotten some extra damage on Giratina, but I hope you enjoy the battles. Giratina in this is just phenomenal. I mean, it's so good going up against the Necrozmas. It's fun. I mean, of course, having the other two dragons in Zygarde and Dialga are very insane, and they make it a much easier time. But hope you enjoy the battles. Subscribe to the channel for daily Go Battle League videos and other Pokemon Go videos. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and goodbye.